Go. Go.
All right. Welcome everybody, students. I'm Casper Nederland, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about symbolism and subliminal messages in advertising. Well, first I'm going to discuss the concept of a subliminal message, what it is, and how it affects people, and why it's important nowadays. And I'm going to give some examples of subliminal messages that you are not, you cannot understand it with your conscious mind, but you can still, it still affects you if you see it. Well, more about that. I quoted Edgar Allan Poe with a nice quote: "When you want to hide something, you should put it in plain view." Well, symbolism, obviously, is a word that comes from the word symbol, which is an arbitrary construction that represents something else, something which refers to something else. And a subliminal message is a message for a signal embedded in another medium, for instance, a poster or a commercial, video commercial, and that is designed to pass below the normal limits of the human mind's perception. So you see something, but you actually see the subliminal message. It's not conscious, so you don't know that you see it, but it still affects you. Why do companies use symbolic reference and other subliminal messaging in their advertising? Well, that's a good question, because why should you use it if you don't even see them like consciously? Well, that is because when you go to school every morning, you see around 300 commercial ads every day. You can imagine you go out of bed and you take a cup of coffee, you drink a cup of coffee, you make some breakfast, and you read the newspaper. On the front page, there are already about 5 of them, 5 of these ads. You don't really look at them that thoroughly, so you just see them, but you still see them, and the subliminal messages can be conveyed in those few seconds that you look at them. All right, you just go to the train, you see some billboards, you read the spit, you see something, you look on Twitter, somebody is still, or on Facebook. There's a lot of advertising on Facebook and Twitter as well nowadays. You go by bus, you see more billboards. So a day there's around 300 commercial ads you see. Well, I had a lot of sources, but the average, they said there was 300. I think nowadays it will still be growing every day. You probably see more. So that's why it's very important for companies to make something that really sticks. So subliminal messaging is something that can help, because you tend to filter out all the information you don't want to see. So I don't know which ads I saw this morning, but if, for instance, I saw about 10 Coca-Cola ads, maybe the next time when I'm thirsty, I will think about Coca-Cola. So that's also part of subliminal messaging. Oh, it's not really visible. This is messages that can grab one's attention. So obviously, text is a big one, because it's text sells. That's what they say. And subliminal message that is conveyed, that contains text, is very it really sticks to the mind, even if it's not even visual. Religion is also a very good subject, because even if you're an atheist, religious symbols are very strong. They're very, if you see a religious symbol, it really appeals to a lot of people. Emotions, you see a lot of emotions in ads, good emotions. People tend to like good emotions, so that is something. And wealth is also a part, because everybody likes money. There's a little YouTube video, but I think this video was, you can embed it, so I think I'm going to watch a little bit on YouTube. That is really interesting.
www.
Oh.
Oh. Failure.
In this video, they are going to get some people who work in advertisement, and there's this one illusionist, and he's really good at, he really understands the fact of subliminal messaging, and he is going to give them an assignment to make some visuals for a new idea, for where you can, if can, I don't know how, they can stuff it, and they can make like a statue of it. And they want them to make visuals for it, but he's going to take them around town and go to different venues. And in the end, you'll see a very, very surprising result.
I invited 2 members of MBA, an advertising agency, to a secret location to propose an unusual task. Those who work in advertising are masters of persuasion. They subtly weave their images and slogans into our daily lives, knowing that we will register so much unconsciously. And then we walk into a supermarket and feel a sense of familiarity with a product we think we've never heard of. Millions of pounds a year is spent on it. It's brilliantly calculated, and we all fall for it. So I thought I'd turn the tables on the advertising experts. Thank you for joining us, gentlemen. Tony, yes? And Martin?
Right. I'm just going to give it to the end.
Exactly what I want you to do. Imagine that I'm opening to these angel wings here. We think of angel wings or those wings?
Yeah. Right. Here's where they're going to show their idea they came up with. So they went around town and they were exposed to a lot of messages, and they came up with this idea.
So it's animal heaven, the best place for dead animals.
They call it animal heaven.
And obviously you'd see that it was stuffed.
How did you come up with the name Animal Heaven?
We had the idea of the pearly gates of heaven being zoo gates.
Zoo gates, as the gates of heaven. That's interesting.
I.e. sort of all the animals that are dead are in a dead zoo, if you like, in heaven. And then we just kind of thought, well, it's kind of nice, but it's a bit sweet. We want to make it a bit funkier. And then we thought half-term bear, just answer the brief.
That's fantastic. I do want to show you my own ideas from beforehand.
Okay.
I don't want to touch. Would you open the phone?
Sure.
Right, now they're going to open the letter in which the illusionist already made some visuals himself. And then they're going to find out something about that.
I think you found it.
They have almost exactly the same visuals.
You've gone.
They have not communicated it in any other way, but they have almost exactly the same
You
visuals.
did not better than they did.
So if you paid close attention, you saw when he was going to the door. He was going to the door. He saw somebody walking out with also a pamphlet which showed wings, but it was not obvious or something like that. I think most of you people didn't see it. There was also one other subliminal message, and so you can see subliminal messaging really works. Alright, now I'm going to show some other examples. Let's switch to the first one again. Examples. This is a very good one. It's not a really popular one, but this is very good because it's really, showing the sex aspect of subliminal messaging. You see just a woman holding a glass, and it's not the sex. Even the slogan is a little bit refers to sex laid by the best. But you see this picture is not really a sexual picture. You don't even see anything that's even remotely connected to sex. But if you would turn this picture around, you would see this. So that's a little bit strange. You didn't see it in the first one when it was turned around, but if you just turn it around, it's like, oh my god. But even in the first one, you have all seen it, but not consciously. Here's another one, Skittles. So let's see who can spot the... Yes, the S is just next to the... Most of the time you even, you wouldn't have seen it if I didn't tell you there was anything in there. But still you can see it. Another one, Apple. This is more of a religious, this refers to a religion, because you see an apple with a bite out of it, and everybody knows the story about Adam and Eve, and the way she took a bite out of an apple. And it's kind of a sin, but also, the world came to be as it is now, something like that. And it's still a very strong symbol. Another one, it's already pointed out right there. You just see this by Kentucky Fried Chicken. You just see a very tasty looking burger, and in the lettuce there is a dollar bill. It's almost not visible. It's very the image quality is very bad, but you see a dollar, and you can always see a dollar in there. Heineken. Well, is it a smiley or an E? So, oh, it's not really zooming in. That
Oh,
way.
yeah. Smiley.
So, if I were to make a logo for myself, I would probably make it like this. Wait.
Yeah.
I would make it like this, I think. You see a dollar, you see a woman. Oh, and a euro, a woman, some more money, a smiley, and a religious sign. Alright. Are there any questions?
Yeah. How can I ask my question correctly? Do companies they do this with a certain purpose, and the fact that it's really unconscious, or you don't see? So can you say then it's unconscious or?
It's unconscious.
I'm not aware, so.
No, that's the fact that you get bombarded with millions of ads a day.
Okay.
There are only few things that stick,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why they use these subliminal messages. You don't see them, but all of a sudden, when you're hungry and you've seen this ad of Kentucky Fried Chicken, there's a bigger chance that you remember the Kentucky Fried Chicken one, because you're not aware of it, but there was a dollar in there, and that's why it's
The dollar.
yes. So, any more questions?
And also a lot of companies they use it for.
Yes, a lot of them. There's a lot. I could give like even more examples. There's a lot of Coca-Cola.